All right, it's Robbie Davidson with Celebrate Truth, and I'm back, and I've got some good stuff for you today. Got a Mars rover taking selfies. This is what we got today. This is what we've got. More space propaganda. Welcome to everyone that's joining right now. I'm just doing a quick live update. The 24/7 stream will continue after I'm done here, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted just to kind of touch on a lot of space propaganda that's happening over and over with NASA. And I just want to say hello to a few people here. Hey, Roddy, how you doing? Thanks so much for my great mods out there helping to keep the chat room nice and clean. It's not always an easy job, but you guys do a great job. So thank you so much. But I want to say hello to Jesse. Hey, Honey Bee, how you doing? Andrew, good to see you. Angela, awesome. Again, this is a quick update on more NASA nonsense. Again, we've got rovers taking selfies. Again, you got to get into the public social media, what's cool, what's hip, attract that newer generation. Hey, look at me, I'm taking a selfie. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if robots took selfies too? Well, guess what? They're doing it on Mars, 100 million miles away, and they're sending pictures back with their magical Wi-Fi. That's right. Awesome selfies taken by rovers. So welcome to everyone that's joining here. How you doing, Ryan? Good to see you. And Jason, awesome to have you all here. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the article that kind of caught my attention that I wanted to kind of do a quick update, just showing exactly what extent they will go and just the people that believe this. I mean, honestly, like Katie says, Devon Island, exactly. I mean, the stuff is so ridiculous. We're going to touch on a couple videos here in this video that I caught from NASA. It's in the article. And let's just continue on. You guys can have a good laugh with me. And if you guys are really honestly still believing this stuff, just use your head. Honestly, think how far Mars is. And they've got a rover up there that they're manning and it's going around. They've got actually a couple rovers, I believe, and taking picture of each other and now doing selfies and traveling all around. But let's read the article. Um, I found this one here that popped up. NASA's Curiosity rover takes a stunning selfie under dusty Martian skies. Let's read, shall we? A new 360-degree panorama captured by the Curiosity rover is one of its best yet. The photos used to create this mosaic were taken by Curiosity on August 9th, 2018, at Verba Rubin Ridge, where the Intrepid rover has been working over the past several months. Working hard, I would imagine. The image shows the red planet's iconic butterscotch colored sky, though it's a bit darker than usual, owing to a dissipated global dust storm. Oh, look at that. A dissipated global dust storm. All right. So, of course, now getting with all the nonsense that Earth is a globe, Mars is a globe, Pluto's a globe. Again, the Earth is not a planet. We've touched on this many times in a lot of my videos. If you're really not familiar with a lot of this content, check out, I've got multiple playlists on my channel, and you will find out exactly where, again, this agenda is leading. Curiosity's counterpart, the Opportunity rover, is currently on another side of the planet where the storm was much worse. Oh no, poor little Opportunity in the storm. Will Opportunity be okay? Let's find out. NASA had to put Opportunity into hibernation mode. Well, good thing. We wouldn't want Opportunity to be in a storm, really, 100 million miles away, as the dust storm made it too dark for the rover's solar panels to collect energy. It's not known when or even if Opportunity will return to active duty. Uh-oh, maybe Opportunity is out of service. Again, this just reads like a novel. This is just science fiction, getting everyone on the edge of their seat. Oh, what will happen to Opportunity? Will Opportunity come out of hibernation? Wait until next week when you will find out the answers from NASA. Anywho, Curiosity doesn't seem to have been affected by the storm, but the new panorama shows a fair amount of dust that's collected up top its surface. The rover landed on Mars on August 6, 2012, and it's been steadily collecting dust ever since with no one around to sweep it off. Oh, they didn't put a sweeper on the rover. Just a little sweeper on the top. You think that technology would exist when they've got something that can actually drive around. Wow, and they're controlling it how? From 100 million miles away with what kind of Wi-Fi signal? Not sure, but they haven't figured out how to sweep it off. NASA says Curiosity has never surveyed an area with so much variation in color and texture. The ridge isn't this monolithic thing. It has two distinct sections, each of which have a variety of colors. Okay, so anyway, some are visible to the eye and more show up when they look at the near infrared, just below what our eyes can see. Some seem related to how hard the rocks are. Well, anyways, let's just check this out. I thought this was interesting. This is a 360 view, and we can all laugh together exactly what they're showing the public. So let's put this in full screen, shall we? And I believe if we pause it, we can actually look around this nonsense. All right. So here's the selfie. Oh, look at this. Look at that. There we go. What does everyone think? Look at that. Look at that. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm looking for a lot of dust. I really can't see it, but apparently they haven't figured out how to sweep it. Anyway, so here it is here. Devon Island, do you think somewhere in Canada, a little bit of color grading, what do you think? It's pretty dusty. There's a storm, they said, so obviously we can't see much. Right there, see, clearing dust storm, right? They label it so we know exactly what's going on. And they kind of show all the different yeah, look at this. We can do a whole 360. Look at that. Oh, is that amazing? Are you convinced? I'm convinced. I don't know about you guys, but I'm seriously convinced. I don't know. What would I'm going to basically, I'm going to put down my channel tomorrow, I think, because wait a minute. I was wrong this whole time. These rovers are real, guys. They're actually sending pictures back 100 million miles away with magical space Wi-Fi. Um, wow. Was I ever off, man? Look at this. It's just so real. It's just so real. It looks so real. It has to be fake. But anyways, here's the selfie. It's a 360. Look at this. Sci-fi computers, animations. Anyways, so this video just basically that's all it does. Is just sits there and you basically spin it around. And I'm going to link to the article below so you're going to be able to check it out. And if you want to spin around and check out things and look for yourself what's going on, maybe we can find an animal or something like that that we found in different, someone that wants to actually do forensics on this photo or whatever. But anyways, it's just absolutely ridiculous. They throw this out and we're led to believe that this thing is actually out there for as long as it is that far away. But let's continue because I believe that when we got actually, let's go to the next video here because I think there was something that was kind of funny here. Let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this next one.
Hi, I'm Marlene Martinez-Sungard, the Surface Testbed Lead for the Mars InSight mission. We're in the In Situ Instrument Lab at the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. This is a very unique lab. We have recreated some of the conditions on Mars like the sandy terrain. Here we are using crushed garnet. It simulates the Martian surface but has the benefit of being dust-free. Special lights are used to calibrate InSight's cameras to the brightness and color of Martian sunlight. That's me right there. InSight will be the first mission to study the deep interior of Mars. That includes using a seismometer to detect quakes on Mars, measuring the planet's internal temperature, and
Marlene actually believes that she's testing for stuff that's 100 million miles away on Mars. Little does she know, maybe someone should inform Marlene.
Tracking the way the planet wobbles in its orbit around the Sun. This information will help scientists understand the planet's history, its interior structure, and how rocky planets formed and evolved in our solar system. So while it's going to Mars, InSight is more than a Mars mission. Today, we are testing the deployment of our instruments on the engineering model of the InSight lander. The actual lander will launch in the spring and land on Mars in November. Right now, we're using this model to test many different sequences that will eventually be used on the surface of Mars. Here's a time-lapse of one of our tests. Unlike what you see in the movies, our robots move really slowly. Deployment testing is a lengthy process that takes a lot of precision and patience. We use engineering models to practice maneuvers and troubleshoot problems before we try them on Mars. The actual InSight flight hardware was built by engineers at Lockheed Martin Space in Colorado. Over here, you can see the replica of the Mars Exploration Rover Opportunity that is in its 14th year of operation on Mars. Like the Opportunity Rover model, we'll continue to use this engineering model after InSight lands on Mars in November. One of the instruments on InSight is a high-precision seismometer, which will help us analyze Mars quakes, which may be caused by meteorite strikes or by hot magma churning deep below. When a Mars quake occurs, the seismic waves provide clues to the structure of the planet's interior. Another instrument taking a flight to the Martian surface is a heat flow probe that will burrow up to 5 meters underground to measure the amount of heat escaping from the planet's interior. These measurements tell us how much heat is still flowing out of Mars, so we can understand how Mars evolved.
So we can find out how Mars evolved. And guys, we do not question these guys at NASA. Do you know why? And I'm going to tell you why, just so you understand very clearly. They are wearing white lab coats. Are you kidding me? These guys are smart, okay? They know better than all of us combined because they're wearing white lab coats. Don't question them. Just understand what they're saying is true. You can see this nice backdrop they have here. To me, it's just absolutely hilarious. Look at this. It almost looks like the Apollo when you look at the lander, made of tinfoil and iron rods. And again, this is their simulation. And anyways, it's too much for me, I'm telling you. Let's continue to read. Indeed, hard rocks are a subject of concern at the moment. Curiosity's most recent drill attempt went well, but the prior two attempts at extracting rock samples weren't so fruitful, as the rover's drill was unable to penetrate through some unusually hard rocks. The six-wheeled rover, again, make sure that we tell that again. The six-wheeled rover, not the four-wheel rover or the eight-wheel rover, the six-wheeled rover has been using a new drill method over the past few months as a workaround to the mechanical problem. To date, the new technique has worked well, matching the effectiveness of the previous method. NASA says the old technique wouldn't have worked on the hard rocks either, and that it wasn't a limitation of the new method. NASA has no way of knowing how hard a rock will be prior to drilling, with mission controllers having to make educated guesses. As NASA writes, blah, 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 blah. Looking at Curiosity's upcoming schedule, the rover will extract a couple more rock samples later this month. In early October, the rover will extend higher up Mount Sharp as it heads to an area rich in clay and sulfite materials. It'll undoubtedly gather some important scientific data, but we're also looking forward to the rover's view from this higher elevation. Are you guys looking forward to it? I'm looking forward to it. They're going to go higher in altitude on Mars. I mean, hey, are you excited? I'm excited. But guess what? If you really want to get super excited, and I'm going to get you super excited if you're a space fanboy or a NASA fanboy, guess what? Look at the bottom. For those of you looking to make this image your desktop wallpaper, go here. Thanks, NASA. I can make it my desktop wallpaper. That's great. I love how they actually add it as a desktop wallpaper. Why in the world would you want the selfie of a rover? Like, that is the image. Why would you want that on your desktop? And you know what the funny thing is? There's a ton of people that probably have actually saved this and they put it on their desktop. They're like, so cool. Look at that, man. Look at that selfie and look at Mars. They don't really understand exactly the logistics. They don't understand all the nonsense. It's time to actually stop all the space propaganda. Start thinking for yourself. Ask questions. Look into all this stuff a lot deeper. Are you kidding me? Articles like this just make me sick. NASA's Curiosity rover takes a stunning selfie under dusty Martian skies. I mean, a stunning selfie? Is that stunning? Does anyone think that's stunning? Even in a studio or even done in Canada, is that stunning? Even if that was done on Earth, it's not stunning at all. It's garbage. It doesn't look like anything. It's probably the worst thing I've ever seen. And yet, again, it was from Mars, so therefore it's stunning because again, they're sending selfies now back 100 million miles back to mission control. Hey guys, we got another one, another selfie. Yep, yep. Curiosity's really going crazy today, getting an ego or something, taking lots of selfies. We don't know what to do, but pride is setting in, and Curiosity is about to kind of go completely an egomaniac, taking selfies of himself all the time, all over Mars, and he won't be doing the work that needs to be conducted. And again, they're going to be down one because remember, one's in hibernation, Opportunity rover, and we don't know whether or not Opportunity is going to return to active duty. Uh-oh, opportunity might be out of commission. That storm was a doozy. Again, science fiction. It's like a movie being written. It's almost like you could read this. You could basically put this into a script and make a movie. You could hear this movie soundtrack, the score. You could see the special effects, the storm, and it's like, what's going to happen? Will this, happen or will that not happen? I mean, to me, it's just unbelievable how people fall for this constantly over and over and over. And again, NASA puts this out constantly, make it your desktop wallpaper, love us, whatever we put out, eat it up because now we're taking selfies and that's supposed to be cool. But again, it doesn't make any sense. It's a lot of just absolute complete propaganda. Again, they're desensitizing everyone, they're indoctrinating everyone into this paradigm. If you're not familiar with my work, check it out. Like I said, on my YouTube channel, I've done quite a few different documentaries on the topic. You'll see that what we're dealing with is scientism, and it's got its tentacles in so many different areas, including NASA, other space agencies, and pretty much the entire mainstream science narrative, what we're being taught from an early age. So check it out. Again, a quick update. Honestly, Curiosity Rover taking stunning selfies. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And again, I wanted to throw that out. Watch, snap, snap. Remember, Remember exactly what that was, right? And again, it looks a lot similar. It's like how they build these things. And you can actually even type it in Google, type in rovers taking selfies, cartoons, and you'll see a lot of propaganda leading people up to being, hey, this is so cool. This is so awesome. And really, guys, it's a lot of propaganda. We need to wake up, keep exposing the world's lies. On another note, I wanted to mention big news. I actually just hit 15 million views on Celebrate Truth. So I put out something on Facebook as well. I think I'm just over 110,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for all your support. You guys are awesome. Channel's incredibly growing. There's just so much that God is doing through Celebrate Truth. People are being woken up. They're being awakened to the lies of the world, and they are discovering the truth, the way, the truth, and the life. John 14:6, as I like to say at the end of all the videos. So thank you so much, Daniel. I really appreciate the donation. Just saw that pop up. But yeah, guys, it's so important that we get this truth out there. It's so important that we talk to people and really remember that no matter what I'm doing on this. Whoa, that was loud. Thank you so much. I guess that was the super chat. Man, I'm gonna have to turn that down. Thank you so much again, Daniel. I really appreciate that. The super chat, the chat that he just threw up. And again, we can get this out because, like I said, honestly, we are in a war for truth. It's incredibly important. So thank you so much for subscribing, being a part of this journey. Again, it's just over 3 years now. I joined August 19th, 2015. And if you haven't already, if you can, would love it if you could become a patron. It's at patreon.com/celebrate truth. Got a lot of great stuff coming up there as well. Starts at even $1 a month. Again, you kind of join the team, and I'm going to be doing a lot of additional stuff here coming into the fall for my patrons. But again, all my stuff is for free on YouTube. You can check all my documentaries and everything, but I release stuff earlier on Patreon, and plus I'm going to be doing some special chats and some different things coming up here real soon. So I just wanted to mention that. A lot of people don't know that I even have my Patreon, so I wanted to mention that. Again, it's optional. Don't feel that you're obliged. You have to. It's mandatory. It's not at all. But I really appreciate all the support from all of you. So again, my book also, the last thing on the list is it is coming out. It is official. I've got the approved copy. It is going to publishing right now. I am going to be getting the books in next week. I'll be shipping out. So if you pre-ordered the book, thank you so much. It is coming out. I'm sorry for the delay. I said I wanted to make it actually perfect. Again, if you go to celebratetruth.org, you can pre-order it right now, the special autograph copy for $16.99. So again, you are saving by pre-ordering it. It will be shipping out here in the next 2 weeks. I will be getting a copy. I'll probably do a video on that, but I'm really excited. It is my first book, and again, it's a combination of Scientism Exposed 1 and 2, the documentary films, plus a lot of extra research, and I think that you're all really going to enjoy it. It's a book like it's never, actually been created before, and I put together a lot of incredible details in there, kind of exposing a lot of the lies that we see. So again, this was about a rover taking selfies, and this is just one of the many lies that we see constantly when it comes to NASA, when it comes to biological science, when it comes to evolution. All of these things are all coming together. We're all seeing how all the dots are connecting and everything is piecing together. Again, let's continue to expose the world's lies and celebrate truth. Blessings, everyone. And the 24/7 stream will be up in the next 2 minutes. So stay tuned in the chat room, talk, hang out for a bit because the 24/7 Flat Earth and the Bible will be up right away. So appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Blessings.